Hey, so good morning or good afternoon, wherever you're at, and whenever you watch this video. This is a 2010 Mazda 6. The issue with this car is the radiator fan, the cooling fans went dead on it, so they wouldn't trigger on even with the AC full on. So obviously, being a do-it-yourselfer, I decided that, hey, I'm going to tackle this. So what is the first thing we do? We go to YouTube and we watch videos. Well, lo and behold, you got to take everything, right? You got to take bumpers, you got to take a whole bunch of stuff, trim work, all of that stuff. Well, the reason I am posting this video, let you know, if you've got a 2010 Mazda 6, you do not have to do that. What you have to do is very simple. Obviously, the airbox needs to come out, like you see right there. And then the next thing you do is the fan and the fan shroud sits right behind here, right? So in order to take this fan shroud out, it only has clips. You see it. It slides in here. This is the clip. You press on it. There's two of them. There's one on either side. And down at the bottom, all they do is slide in the slot. This is it. Now, the hardest part is about removing this fan shroud is Mazda engineers decided that they are going to run a wire right over the fan shroud to go all the way here and come out the other end. So I guess this is a sensor for the hood, and there's another wire, a couple of wires going somewhere. But it's going right over the fan shroud. So in order for you to take this out, you got to take all of this, the bumper and all of that, in order to dismantle the sensors and be able to feed them over so you can get this out. Well, no, Mazda. There is something called a whole lot of YouTubers out there and people that actually think about this and go, okay, well, there's got to be an easier way. Well, there is. This is what I did. These are 4 wires. Went out and got myself a trailer brake wire connector. Cut it in half. Attached 1/2 to this side, 1/2 to this side, and there you go. Once I'm done, I'm gonna plug this bad boy here, put a piece of electrical tape on it, and you're all set. The only other thing that you need to do, so in the top here, there's literally very little that you got to take off. This is however many screws and stuff that I took out. This is all trim. And some of these, I didn't even need to take out. This, I didn't even need to move this. I didn't need to take this out. It could have stayed exactly the same. So essentially what I'm asking you to do is, before you actually go ahead and remove this, think about what you're planning on doing. The only thing down at the bottom, there's this big hose, and I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me see if I can turn light on right here. This hose, this big hose down here, it's clipped on to that fan shroud. And in order to remove it, there is 2 tabs here, and essentially you press on it and it slides out. This one here, I literally just took it right out of the fan shroud. I'll show you where it's at. Taking this clip off is okay, you could do that, but the problem is now you're left with this whole big clip that you need to bring out, and it's gonna get caught on wires and hoses and stuff. So I decided, nah, heck with it. I am just gonna leave it right on the hose. Want to see what, and then of course these 2 cooling pipes, right? Used one of those trim tools to pry them out. So there's one here and one here, and it slid. Now it slid. I put it up all the way this way, and so it came out at an angle. And here's your fan shroud. This is what it looks like. There is the tabs. This is where the hose goes down at the bottom, that big hose, right? And the connectors. And that is it. That's all she wrote. If I had known this, probably would have taken me maybe 45 minutes at the most. The most time was spent making this pigtail over here. Because what I did is I cut each wire individually. There's 4 wires going across, each one individually, soldered it, and then put shrink tube on it. And then we're all set. Once all 4 got done on either side, so there is 8 wires, 4 on this side, 4 on that side. Now I'm all set to go. So that's the most time I actually spent taking this thing out. So hopefully this helps somebody out there. You know, not necessarily thinking of this as wow moment, but there is ways you can go about without having to take, you know, spend 2-3 hours taking stuff away or out in order to gain access to all of these things. So Mazda engineer, shame on you. You could have put a 4-wire connector over here and made my life a lot easier, or made everybody's life easier who owns a Mazda 6. So anyways, this is it, guys. The new one comes in, it slides in this way first, and then slides right there. Plug everything back in again, and we're all set. So again, hopefully you find this beneficial. Have a good day. Bye-bye.